Mary had a little lamb.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon.
I have a dream today.
Change has come to America.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
Don't tell me. Oh, no. Oh! Okay. All right. I'm very upset now because I had so many fabulous sound bites to play from the convention, and all of a sudden it won't work. All right. So I guess we're in the 5 stages of grief. I think that's where we are. We're in the 5 stages. Now, I don't know where you exactly are. I don't know how you are doing with your managing your grief, but it will all soon be over. So you have to get through the stages, and you have to do it, in 23 minutes and 30 seconds, because that is when Hillary Clinton's nomination will occur. So for those of you who are, Bernie or Busters or whatever, as Sarah Silverman said last night, you are being ridiculous. Ridiculous. Get over it. Move through your stages of grief. And of course, what are those stages? Well, of course, we have the denial. We have the denial where people refuse to accept the facts. And the facts are these, everybody. In 23 minutes and 2 seconds, Hillary Clinton will be nominated as the Democratic nominee for the presidency of the United States. Congratulations, you tenacious little girl, you. Tenacious, tenacious, tenacious. Never takes no for an answer. It's not personal. It's business. It's always been, and she will fight for you. So, we have to accept that fact. And if you're still in the refusal stage, this show is probably going to irritate you, because my aim is to get you into the facts. So refusal to accept the facts is going to make us not get along. That's just the way it is. Then next we have in these stages of anger and the stages of grief is anger. I think there's a lot of that going on at the convention. There was a lot of booing last night and yesterday. There's a lot of, Bernie, while other people are speaking. I mean, Elijah Cummings is speaking, and they're screaming at him. Why, Elijah? Why would you scream at him? He is progressive. Why would you just do that? I'm not clear. What did he ever do to harm you? I think this anger of yours is misdirected. I do. I think it's a projection. I think, that you're angry because, look, some people have worked very, very hard on behalf of the Bernie. I was a total Bernie person. I wanted the FDR moment. I wanted Bernie Sanders. I wanted to see not incremental change. I wanted to see massive, swift, incredible change. I wanted to see a single payer. I wanted to see free tuition. I wanted to see, a system that, had a process that was worthy of the people who show up to vote. I wanted to see, Glass-Steagall. I wanted to see the banks broken up. I wanted lots of things. Lots of things. But to be angry at this point is to only be in the second stage of grief. So if you are angry, you're only in stage 2, is what it is. Then we also have bargaining. Now, I think Bernie is in the bargaining stage. I think Bernie is. I think I am. I think, a lot of people out there who are pragmatists, who understand what's at stake here, are in the bargaining stage. And Bernie is bargaining. He's doing a really fabulous job of bargaining. He has managed to bring Hillary way to the left. The platform is the most progressive platform that we've had in, years. What? I can do it now? How did you do that? Come on, Captain Leary, talk to me. Tell me how you did that. That's incredible. I must salute you.
That's Leary magic.
Leary magic. What did you do? You shut it down remotely, and then you rebooted my computer remotely?
I did.
Oh, my God, you're like the Russians.
Yes.
Are you going to doctor and then give my emails to WikiLeaks?
Not yet.
Well, the same amount of people. I think more people would read my emails than the WikiLeaks. Oh, and by the way, can I just tell you, nobody is very sure, and I'm not making excuses, because obviously the DNC was not pro-Bernie, and they should have been neutral, and I am voting Debbie Wasserman Schultz out of her seat. It's democracy, and that is what you do. However, and Tim Canova and also Alan Grayson will be on my ballot, and I'm torn. You'll have to tell me, people. You'll have to tell me. The choices here in Florida are the progressive but highly agitated Alan Grayson, who apparently his wife has been accusing him. This is an old story, and I don't know why it's rearing its ugly head now, but, you got to take it with a grain of salt because it's, silly season here in Florida for elections, okay? August 30th is our primary to pick, who we want for Congress, wherever they're being challenged, and who we want for the Senate. Because remember, Rubio wasn't going to run. He said 1 million times. He tweeted 10,842,609.7 times. One was deleted, so 0.7 times. That he was not going to run. He was going into public life. He wasn't interested. And I guess no lobby shop wanted to hire him, little Marco. And so he decided, well, I can't find a job on K Street. I guess I'll just stay in the Senate. So, people announced that they were running for the Senate seat in the Democratic Party where normally they would not have, and so we have this ridiculous choice, okay, because elections, sometimes you get ridiculous choices. I'll go through the stages again. But Alan Grayson's wife has been accusing him of being an abusive husband for a long time now. There have been videos of him in front of his house with his wife screaming, get out, I hate you, and if you touch me. And now Politico is exposing that story yet again. And today Alan Grayson was in Philly, and he was attending some tech conference, and a Politico reporter got in his face, and apparently, I saw the video, but the video doesn't start at the point you would need it to start to see who pushed who. But Alan Grayson alleged that the reporter pushed him and he wanted the Capitol Police to come in. It's not good. But the other choice we have is little Patrick Murphy, who is a Republican turned Democrat. It's what he is. I've met the kid. He doesn't strike me as somebody who's, very selfless or, about public service. He strikes me as a kid who was raised by a construction family a la the Trumpian thing, and he feels entitled. And so he's, got himself elected very quickly, and now he wants the Senate seat. So, I've got choices to make too, and they're not going to be easy because if Alan Grayson is indeed abusive, who the hell wants to vote for him? I will say his operation for phoning for dollars is abusive. They called every freaking day till I screamed to, bloody murder to leave me the hell alone. But, whatever. So we've got these choices, and they're not always who you would want to choose between. However, I digress. So we have these stages. Now, I believe a lot of the people are in denial, that they will not accept the facts. And I believe that some people are just in the angry stage right now. I believe Bernie is in the bargaining stage, and I think he's done a really fabulous job of bargaining. And, I'll show it to you in a minute. And then, of course, you have the depression. After you bargain, there'll be some depression, which is a practice run. Depression is a practice run for the aftermath. That is what the depression is. It's preparatory grieving. Is what it is. And it could be I'm somewhere between depression, the preparatory grieving, or the preparatory grieving, knowing what the aftermath will be. And by this, I mean endless investigations. You know that. Congress is going to use itself, which is like, it's congressional masturbation is what it is. But Congress will be doing that. That they will be investigating Hillary. They will investigate these emails. They will these emails, the other emails, every email. I mean, it will never end. And that is what we will be watching throughout 2017 and 18. You know this. I've known this. I've known this since 2014. I told you one of the big factors in my saying bye-bye was the idea of defending the Clintons for another 2 years or 4 years or 8 years was a little nauseating. And of course, this is what we're going to have to do because it looks as if Hillary is going to be the next president unless Donald Trump wins, which is highly possible according to Nate Silver. Nate Silver at 538, who is one of the top political pollsters in the country, although he's been getting it wrong lately. I don't know what the deal is. Perhaps, back pain led to pain pills, I don't know. It's a very American story now. I was going to tell you about Marin. I don't know if you watch Marin on the Independent Film Channel. Yeah, I just want to know, Mark, are you really going through everything that's on your show? Because if it is, I get the political statement that you relapsed, from being an alcoholic after you had a back pain episode and you took the Vicodin. I get but shouldn't you be on heroin if that's the case, like everyone else in America? Just wondering. I love Marin. I want to know he's okay. And he doesn't return my tweets. So, and it's a Twitter world, everybody. Thanks to the millennials, it's a Twitter world. What else did the millennials give us? Okay, they tried to give us Bernie Sanders. That's a good thing. But on the back end, I mean, what did they give us? Facebook, Twitter, and resting bitch face. What else did I get from the millennials? I'm not really completely sure. Oh, sriracha, right. Which Howard loves. Anything spicy. Oh, God, he almost killed me last night. We were watching this thing. He's eating a sand, okay, from Subway, where he puts, like just a little light meat and 4,892 jalapenos, please. And then tries to make out with me to soothe me because of what's going on at the convention. And so I put my finger in his mouth a little because it's hot that way. You know what I mean? And then Sarah Silverman comes on looking all Audrey Hepburn. And I'm like, ooh, I wonder if I could, pull that look off. And I start to try and pull my hair up and my finger touched my eye. The whole eye is swollen from the jalapeno. Now I have to go downstairs and use some heavy cream and put it in my eyeball, to neutralize. Oh, thank God I know these remedies. However, so Nate Silver is saying that Trump, this is after their convention, and we had a really crappy start to ours because it had to do with the emails. But the emails that the DNC put out, now there's a rumor, and who the hell knows? The story is that the Russians hacked it, right? The Russians hacked the DNC service. Two Russians working for the Russian government. One is called Cozy Bear, and the other one is called Fancy Bear, whatever. And that their Cyrillian, their earmarks, because they were using, Cyrillian keyboards, and you could see they screwed up, and they left footprints and fingerprints and binary code and keyboard strokes and all, and it was not in it was not in our language. It was in Cyrillian. It was the different keyboard. Anyway, so now they're saying that they doctored the emails before they released them to Julian Assange, who then released them, and they became publicly known. Now, listen, who the hell knows? You got to kind of admit that the Russians are choosing sides in our election, which is a crime, and the FBI is investigating. But do we know if those emails really said what those emails, were? I don't know. Do you? Proof, please. I don't know. What I can tell you is that, misinformation and disinformation usually doesn't include the truth. So maybe that's why Debbie didn't want to leave. Although I will say it was perfectly obvious that she was taking sides. So she's got to wake up and smell the depression, which is where most of America is right now. The practice run for the aftermath of whoever wins this election. I think this is where the country is right now. Soon we will get to acceptance. Soon we will get there. Unless Donald Trump wins. And Nate Silver is saying it is possible that Donald Trump could win, which is just freaking me out, okay? He's got an electoral map up at 5:38 today that shows Trump just literally killing Hillary Clinton, trouncing her, shellacking is his word, shellacking Hillary Clinton with a projected chance of victory for Trump standing in a margin of 13.4 points. That's not close. He's got Trump finishing with, you need the magic number now, everybody, the magic number. Forget the delegates, forget that, forget the, 27, 92, 83, 14. Definitely 14. Forget 1257. You already did, right? Okay, good. Forget that, because now you just have to make room in your little permanent Rolodex for the number 270. That's the Electoral College vote. All right, and you need 270 Electoral College votes, and it looks as if Nate Silver has done the math, and he has awarded the Donald 283 Electoral College votes to Clinton's 253, which is less than 270, which means she does not win. And that is freaky. That is freaky. So, honest to God, smarten up already, okay? Just everybody smarten up. Take Sarah Silverman's advice.
The Bernie, can I just say?
Yes.
To the Bernie or bust people, you're being ridiculous. He told us to stretch, so I figured I'd add that. He made me cut off my speech, and now we have to stretch. Oh, I have so much I want to say.
Well, okay,
Okay, I can't take that voice. That voice is very familiar to me. It's like from a previous life. Yeah, so she's up there. Can I just show you how giant Sarah Silverman's balls are? Okay, can I just say she's talking to us about looking ridiculous, correctly so, while standing next to Al Franken. The balls. Wow. Girl, you are one tough cookie. I thought I was a tough nut to crack. Oh, boy. To even, suggest that anybody could look more ridiculous than she did standing next to Al took a lot of nads. A lot of nads. And I admire that in a woman, especially in a dress. So, yeah, nice job. She's right, though. It's over. It's done. It will be over in 8 minutes. Exactly. I will bring the sound to you. I think we can do that, right? Yeah. I'll bring the sound to you because this will make history. This will be the very first time that a female, a woman, a girl, a tenacious girl, has become the nominee of a major party for president of the United States. I mean, we're only about, 30 years too late, but it's going to happen here because we're exceptional in that it took us 30 years more than any other country. Okay, so you know what I forgot to, I don't have my out music. So you know what? I'll just say 23 after. Okay. All right.